what you're thinking. This whole can of worms is getting just a little bit wriggly. Teddy Galooly wanders into the store with a missing girlfriend who just might be the dead girl. Now, is that blind luck, or is it the payoff for me nailing his uncle a couple of years ago? See, I say the insurance scam hand washes the murder investigation hand, because in espionage, as in baseball, you wash your own hands. Now, as for the lady I just talked to, you could see for yourself she was lying, but why? I mean, is this Felton guy just an innocent bystander or some kind of criminal savant? The big mystery is why I walked away from Margot Cody with a heavy dose of bliss just waiting for me. Was that loyalty to Cody, or did I just look at a cold third strike? If I did the right thing, how come I feel so bad? Boy, you can bet I'll be second-guessing that decision for the next 30 or 40 years. What am I thinking about? Of course I did the right thing. I don't want Margot. I mean, all I get for all my trouble is some dame who's gonna burst my bubble. Not to mention all the lies and pain and sorrow. So I'm thinking, hey, at least until tomorrow, I'm the kind of guy who's never gonna fall in love again. Free coffee? Hey, count me in. Okay, so I didn't really have to make a phone call. Even if I did, I couldn't, because this is just a prop. But it's an excellent cover, so nobody will notice I'm actually talking to you. Well, I guess Eve and I really got the emotional bouillabaisse bubbling tonight, didn't we? There's Cody trying to stay true to Margot, who's going insane seeing me with Eve. But at least it means I'm not with Margot, who's going ballistic. I'm with Eve, but glad Eve isn't with Cody.
Excuse me.
I could bet you're mixed emotions. Did you want to use the phone? Here you go. So what about me and Eve? I don't know, I'd say the jury's still out on whether our life together will extend much past dessert. And how about Cookie? Boy, did she clean up nice or what? I guess the only relationship I put money on is me and Cody, and even that may change when I tell them the most respected politician in the state, the guy they've been supporting, is a cold-blooded killer. Is she listening to me? Why is she listening to me? And what is she doing with what is so obviously a prop phone? Is she mixed up in this thing? Oh, man, am I getting paranoid or what? Did the screen just go black? What's going on around here?
Executive producer. Yeah, there's a tough job.
Pretty damn interesting, huh? I've been looking at this house for the last 9.5 hours and no one's come out, so don't complain if you have to watch it for a minute or two. I just thought you ought to know the detective game isn't all fast money, fast women, and fast action. Actually, it's more like pinch hitting, where you freeze your butt off on the end of the bench for 14 innings, then they tell you to go up to bat against Rob Dibble, who's only throwing about 173 miles an hour. Yeah, spending the day in a box with nothing but, let's see, camera, binoculars, egg salad sandwich on a jar. It gives a guy time to think. See, I'll bet you thought the big mystery was who killed the girl in room 1216. Well, Dutch Vanderklugel, the politician, did it. Turns out that wasn't a mystery at all. Real mystery is something else, like, what's the deal with this man-woman stuff? Sex, marriage, getting together, splitting up? I mean, what gives? I see that Cody's teetering on the edge of full-scale marital disaster, and I get to thinking, who's right, who's wrong? Who do you love? Who loves you? It's apples and oranges, or maybe it's onions, where you peel back layer after layer, it gets hotter and hotter, and finally it makes you cry. And with all the possibilities out there, why is the only woman that gets to me married to my best friend? I don't mean to get personal. I shouldn't always be breaking down this fourth wall, because it's a cheap gimmick, but I don't know, I feel like it brings us closer. Anyway, I got a job to do. So for now, I guess we'll just have to live with the mystery, okay? You find yourself falling for someone, and you want to know if they're falling for you, too. I wonder that about Margot Cody. I also wonder if she might be guilty of murder. I gotta say, Felton thinking maybe he saw her outside that hotel room that night doesn't exactly help her case.
Felton thought he saw Margot the night of the murder?
Can we talk about it later, Cookie?
You're the one who's talking about it now.
Okay, let's just look at this thing straight on. Even if Margot is a cold-blooded murderess, Lady Macbeth of Nob Hill, should that get in the way of our budding, if one-sided romance?
Romance? You don't have any romance with that woman.
Cookie...
Why won't you look at me when you're talking to me?
Maybe I'm not talking to you.
Yeah? Then who are you talking to? Who's over there that I'm not seeing?
See, the way I see it, there's only one reason Margot'd kill someone. Because she has so much passion. Because she feels so deeply. Now, if she's willing to go to the limit for her passion, who am I to be a stickler for the laws of the U.S. government and the laws of Moses? We don't just live in our brains. We have bodies and feelings. We're animals more than we're angels. Sure, we make mistakes, but we must go on. Isn't that the way it is? I don't know if I'm buying this. When you're in love, you'll try to convince yourself of anything just to keep your love alive. Margot's possible involvement in the whole murder thing doesn't exactly make it easier. But the big things in life are never easy. In one way or another, I got a feeling Margot Cody's the biggest thing that's ever gonna happen to me.